Guys, just wanted to bring you a quick video actually on something that my son bought himself for his birthday. He got a bunch of money in his birthday cards and wanted to buy something cool with it. So this is the Seeker by Bolt Crossbows. It's very similar to those you know, hand crossbows that you find just one-handed. Slingshot Channel sells one with a repeating magazine on the top of it, which is kind of cool. These guys actually sell one. I don't know if it's the same brand. I'm assuming they're probably made in China, so they're probably sold under multiple names. Made in Taiwan, actually. But anyway, so this is the Seeker. Now they do have a few different options. Like I said, we've got a little pamphlet here. They've got the Pit Bull, which is actually a compound hand crossbow. The one you see most often is the Burst, I guess. They've got the Angler with fishing line on it. They've got a bunch of different ones. Pretty cool though. Price was definitely right. It's got a 1-year warranty on it. This one in particular was regular price $99.99 Canadian, but it was missing 3 bolts, so they had it knocked down to $79.99. The bolts are, buy them in a pack, they're only $13 for 12 bolts, so they knocked themselves $20 off the price here. They should have just opened a pack of bolts really and saved themselves the money, but it was good for my little guy who took advantage of it. So initially, and here it is. So my son got a bunch of you know, checks and money in his birthday cards, and he wanted to buy something cool with it. His first thought was he wanted me to teach him how to use a handgun. So he's young, he's 7. So I said, well, let's start you with a CO2 powered BB gun, and we can put that in my safe with my guns. I'll teach you how to use it, and when you get big enough, we'll get you out with a real gun. Of course, start with the 22 and whatnot. And so he did that. He bought a SIG CO2-powered handgun, BB, and the trigger was harder to pull than any of my real handguns. It was crazy. So he was getting really frustrated with it, couldn't really use it safely. So we took it back, went to Princess Auto, which is a place we have here in Canada. I don't know if it's south of the border or not, but they've got good deals on everything, surplus, tools, this kind of stuff. So he bought this bow instead. So this is an 80-pound crossbow, recurve. It's of course all poly. It's all nylon reinforced polymer or whatever the heck type of material it is. It's sturdy. It's got a good feel to it. Essentially, in order to cock the thing, you pull this little lever. This drops down, and you cock it that way. And it's really easy to do. That being said, my 7-year-old can't do it, which is good. He does need me to be out for this. So I'm just going to, doesn't really have a decocker or anything, so that you load the round in like this, and it has a little safety which is ambidextrous on either side here, and you just push it forward. And just for the sake of decocking this thing, I'm going to just put it into a tree right now. And there it is. So you definitely need to have this forward grip on. It doesn't, it comes, you have to mount it. You obviously wouldn't want to be holding up here, or you're going to be ripping your fingers off. So decent little crossbow. Trigger is quite easy to work. Like I said, my 7-year-old has no problem with the trigger. It has this front post, which is a little thick, but it's pretty accurate. It does all right. The rear sight, there's a rear blade here. It is flimsy for sure. It does do some moving around, but it is adjustable for windage and elevation. Once you get it dialed in, it's pretty good. Like I said, the only problem is there's this screw for the elevation adjustment, but you can push it down further. You see it kind of flops around a bit. So it's not the most precise tool, but it's also $79 is what we got it for. So it actually does a really nice job for what it is. It's comfortable. Length of pull, I mean, it's tight. It's definitely not an adult size package, although it is for age 18 and over, so I guess it's meant for adults. But anyway, so yeah, Bolt Crossbows. Bolt Crossbows, sorry. And I can get it up to the camera for you here. Hopefully that's focusing. You can see some of the line that's just starting to come off of the, this isn't the actual string itself, it's just the cover. I don't know how well that's going to focus for you, but I'll just show you what's going on here. So of course this rod right here is what cocks it for you. You just hold this button, pull it back, you can see it's grabbing the string here. Automatically bumps the safety, locks everything in place, and with the safety on, you can't pull the trigger. Load it like so, take the safety off, and fire. It's got a pretty good little amount of punch. I mean, it's not a hunting crossbow, obviously, but I was doing some target practice into some hard items just to see what it would do, and it certainly mangles the bolts when you hit something hard. Now these are not expensive bolts. Like I said, it was great. They're a dozen for $13. I can deal with that all day long. I had a dead hard drive. Figured I'd give that a try. First shot must have hit right on the center of the platter. It punched a hole but didn't go all the way through. And then afterwards we did actually punch all the way through over here, but destroyed the platter in a real hurry. Tried some really dense MDF. This is from Retail Shelving. Of course it didn't stick in, it bounced off, but it left a couple nice holes, really nice grouping. This was, oh, I'd say 20-25 feet, something like that. And I've got this old baking tray, which is actually a nice heavy one, and as you can see, it punched holes right through it. Again, it didn't go through, it bounced off, but it put the whole tip through, dented it out pretty good. Hopefully that's focusing for you guys. Definitely did a good job to it. So pretty impressive. I mean, for what it is, it's not like I said, it's not a hunting crossbow. It's definitely not a toy either. If you wanted to hit a rabbit or something with that, it would definitely do the job. The only problem is you can't use any tips on this. So you can't use anything other than these little field tips that they come with. They do screw off, but there's not any place there to put a broadhead. I guess if it was small enough, you could lay it flat. You know what? I might be lying to you. Now that I think about it, if you put that in there, if you had a flat broadhead, you could absolutely use it in that. As you can see, there's a good amount of clearance in that hoop that has the front sight post on it, and it would just lay flat on top of the runner here. So you could definitely put a broadhead on that if you wanted. So you want to hunt small game, that would do it, no doubt. Good little rig. 1 year warranty on it. I don't know how the manufacturer would be for warranty, but I know Princess Auto is great for their warranties. So I could just take it right back into the store. They'd order me another one if something went wrong, or give me another one, or give me money back, or whatever. So yeah, it's a cool little device. I think I wouldn't mind trying one of the other smaller handheld ones just to say I did. Maybe the Pitbull little recurve one. Pretty neat to try. But this is a cool little thing to have out in your truck. Just want to do a little target practice, or like I said, go squirrel hunting or raccoon or whatever, it would do the job. But really for me, it's just fun to have for the kids in a supervised fashion, obviously, so I can show them how to use a crossbow, how to be safe with it, and what to and what not to do. So yeah, it's Bolt Crossbows, the Seeker. Pretty neat little rig. I would recommend it, definitely. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Putting it together was quite easy. It was definitely not complicated, and I think you'll have a good time playing with this thing. Thanks for watching, guys.